for it. Okay. Good afternoon, morning, wherever you're in the world. My name is Drake. I'm your host. We have our co-host Rukin, and today we have our special guest of the week with King Saunadude. He is a amazing golem player. He's usually top 200 to 500 in the world. We brought him on this week to see what his opinion is on ladder and how he got into the game really. So that's what we'll start off with. Sano, how did you get into CR? What was your main focus of? Is this just a cool new game, or did you play like COC before and get into it?
Yeah, so I played COC before 2.5 years ago, and then I saw this new game called Clash Royale. Unfortunately, since I'm Android player, I wasn't able to get into the game right away, so I had to wait for the global launch, and now we're here.
Yeah, now we're here. Yeah, that was quite a while back, wasn't that?
Oh
Anyway.
yeah, time flies.
Yeah, time does fly. Brings me back to like when I started, and when we all started, we were all bad. But back then, everybody was bad. I think what was the one guy's name? Jason? He's the only guy who understood how to bait out the opponent's spells.
Yeah. It was pretty advanced.
Anyway, yeah, just like that's like how you played the game. It still is. It's an interesting concept. But we brought you on to see like what your opinion is of ladder and like how it could be changed, or if it needs to change, or your opinions on that.
Yeah, so obviously there's a huge paywall problem on ladder. I don't think there's one solution. I think a good solution would be to have some sort of like challenge token system, so people could pay more GCs and cards, and because I don't think level caps are gonna do anything, because refunding systems would be too complicated, and it's already too after 2.5.
Yeah, you brought up the level caps. Like honestly, what would be interesting is like if they increase the prizes for like the challenges of the week, and they also increase the level caps. So like if they made commons to like level 15 or something, and the rares 13, etc. But they also kind of like changed how many cards you needed by themselves. Like honestly, I think that would almost be fine. However, like the biggest thing is just gonna be legendaries. You just wouldn't be able to max then. So I feel like 5 has to be like the magic number.
Yeah.
But like for other ones, maybe you could work on like raising the level cap and then also raising the rewards for challenges accordingly. Also, the challenge for this week is this 20 win challenge thing where you play with modern cards. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it. I think it's a cool idea, but the rewards are not there, so I'm not gonna waste my time on it.
Sure.
Because I already need the cards anyway, since I'm...
Yeah, like you already have all the cards, and then you'd just be getting gold from it. For me, what ends up happening is... let's see how I want to word this. So, for me, like, I don't mind 20-win challenges. I really don't. However, the rewards, as you said, are really bad. I'll pull up some of them. Like, the max wins is 20 wins as you get 5 musketeers. Or 3 musketeers.
Yeah, what is that?
You get, like, what is that? Second off, you start off with the first win, you get a reward, and then every 2 wins after that. Like, this isn't good in the sense that like, oh look, every win I'm getting something, so I feel accomplished. Like if Supercell did more of those kinds of challenges, then they'd be doing much more successful. Oh, how do you feel about this, Rukin?
About the crappy challenge rewards?
Yeah, about the bad challenges rewards. Like, how would you change it? Okay. Well, I'll go back to Yusana. He's collecting his thoughts currently.
So how would I change the rewards?
Yes. How would you change the rewards for this, or how would you change the challenge system like itself? Like what would make it better for everyone that played it?
Yeah, I think more variety. There should be like weekly challenges, and they should like be meaningful. Like have some good rewards and make people put some thought into challenges, so they wouldn't feel like a chore. I think because these small challenges, they feel like a chore to me. It's not really original or enjoyable.
I can get behind that. Just like it really feels like a chore and like
Yeah.
how everything was. But getting back on track to ladder, you were saying just like how there's like a giant pay to wall win,
Yeah.
but there's
Yeah. After like 4K, I think that's
yeah,
what
like
the
after 4K. Okay. Like
even 3K.
on my mini, I've been playing around. Just like I've been seeing so many level 12s and level 11s just like maxed out rares, maxed out commons, whatever, be at you. Just like these people could push to higher levels, but I feel like most of them just want to stay there and just beat up on the people who don't have the levels.
Yeah.
Like that's what I feel like I'm seeing. Just like, oh, I got to a certain point, I'm gonna drop back down. Well,
Yeah.
they
And
could be like
2v2s are a
4.6
huge
or
factor.
something, but they choose not to, or they don't think of themselves in such a high regard that I can push to this.
Yeah. There's not real like there's no reward system.
Like
There's
every
cool. I don't think
yeah,
they motivate.
like the draft chest is like kind of extremely helpful, but otherwise, just like every 300 trophies, you're getting an increase of 5 epics, I believe, and 25 or 50
Yeah.
rares.
25.
And then after 49, you just get a guaranteed legendary. Like that's cool and all, but it's
I think
not
it's
not
good,
super good. But also, like for you as a classic golem player, what have you been seeing on ladders? Like ladders kind of evolved into a meta. Like, and also, why aren't you playing
Ladder
golem cannon card?
Yeah, ladder at the moment is very varied. There's incredible many decks, and of course there's a lot of cannon card in decks like Golem has it, Giant has it, even like minor decks can something weird. I've even seen like Lava Hunt minor decks with cannon cards, so it's everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, so Sharukin is currently busy, and we'll be back in a bit. So just me and you.
Alright.
So I honestly just like as you're a top 200, 500 player. I don't know your exact stats right now, but I think you're 6,300 right now.
Yes, it's
Or you're about that range. Yeah, you're about that range. Like, what motivates you to push other than just like being a top player?
I think the season finishes are a good motivation to see some improvement, and since I have a lot of time, it's just like it's the challenge itself on ladder. Since like everyone here is an incredibly good player, so that's one of my best places to like practice mastering golem.
Okay. Like I can also feel like starting to be like a chore though, like the 20-win challenges that they just came out with. Like, oh, I have to do ladder. Like I have to get to a certain rank or a certain
I don't
number
really
this season.
Play ladder that often. I only do like 4 or 5 sessions a week, so it's not that's where I usually take off days. If I feel, because I like don't force my play.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, but for like these sessions, you just like here's an hour just me playing, and then whatever happens after that, I just won't play ladder, or just like how do you go about pushing?
I usually do take breaks and watch replays, etc.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah,
I gotcha. So let me re-pull up this real quick. So, how do you feel, honestly, about the new? I guess how should I word this? About like the flying meta, like that kind of flying versus ground meta. Like you have the ground troops that can't target the air troops. Let's figure out a way to say this. So you have ground troops, correct, and then you have flying troops.
Yeah.
How do you feel about one being superior? Do you feel like they're even? Like you have lava loom decks, you have golem decks, like they're the similar idea, but they have much different concepts.
I think they're fairly even because like the thing with the ground unit, of course, great at blocking things. But the thing with air is they're usually far more fragile units, like bats are fragile, minions are fragile, so there's like you have to be careful. But of course, like if you can't deal with air cards, they're gonna destroy everything basically. Like that's why lava loon is a thing.
Okay. So just like you're playing the trade-off for playing a deck that ground troops can't target your troops by your troops are more fragile, and sometimes you can't stop a push.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to describe it. A lot of
Okay.
my pushes
Okay.
like
Like I
are
was having a discussion
that.
with a friend of mine about just like, well, why would you not just play Lava Loon? Isn't it just better? It's like, well,
I'm not a Lava Loon. I think it has more like a polarizing. Some matchups are insanely easy, and some are just insanely hard to win. And I've
yeah.
always stuck with Golem, so it's my personal preference.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like Three Musketeers also takes down Lava Loon pretty easily. It's like a
Yeah.
relatively hard matchup, but you also just like if you ever play against Hog Cycle, just like whoops, I win. Just kind of happens.
Yeah, I mean 2.6. I mean the best 2.6 players, they can actually outplay Lava Loon pretty easily because you can cycle 2 cannons,
Yeah.
you can pull the
Mm-hmm.
things over. I've seen so many of my friends outplay it so easily, so I think it's nearly even. I don't know about the ladder. I don't know how Basham does it or Jack does it
Okay.
consistently.
It seems like Shuriken
But
has
there
joined
are
us back.
trade-offs.
Were you able to hear part of our conversation, or were you just completely gone?
Yeah, I heard some of it about Lava Loon.
About
I
how
think
Lava Loon versus like okay.
stuff. Yeah, I think Lava Loon is a really good matchup against Golem. Because in Golem Valkyrie, it's super strong right now.
The Valkyrie
Yeah, I've
is
seen
gonna get
Valkyrie.
nerfed though. Nerf Valkyrie, please.
Oh
Going
yeah.
against nothing but max Valkyrie on ladder, it annoys me. It's like, here's my Valkyrie. Oh, here's my 10 extra push. Guess it's gone. But otherwise, I wanted to have you talk about like what kind of predictions you're seeing for like the buffs, and like what kind of buffs that you hope happen, and what kind of buffs or nerfs you don't hope happen.
I
Like, what
think
do you want to see
about
like
buffs.
stay stable?
I don't really want to see a lot of buffs. I don't because so many cards are viable that I think if you start to buff more cards, it's just gonna create these OP things like Valkyrie has gotten like 7 buffs or 6 buffs of the
Oh
videos.
yeah.
So now we have this thing called Valkyrie, which is a problem. I think you don't want to really add into that problem anymore, and you want to start focusing on nerfing cards. Like Royal Hawks are a bit questionable at the moment, so they could use a little haircut. Cannon card, I'm still not sure because it has some weaknesses, but it is so insane in some matchups.
Mm-hmm.
Like what ground cards actually do even count? It shares like Lumberjack on V1. It shreds so many cards.
Yeah. Like for me, Cannon Cart, I've gone against a max a few times on a ladder. Like it's always just like, okay, I can fireball log this, but then they just go in for a golem in the back. And like, how do I beat that? Now I have to be super defensive. I just wasted 2 spells. Like I can't go on the aggressive now. I can't like get their Gob Gang or their Night Witch or whatever they used to defend. I have to play defensive now. Like it puts you on that back pedal because you have to down trade for it, or you have to wait till it crosses like play a mini think.
Yeah, it's kind of like Royal Guards where there are not so besides
Like
air
Guards,
cards, you have to always have something. Even if you play a Mega Minion on that cannon card, the card is gonna get lost. So that's not really worth.
It's gonna get a bit. But for me, I felt like Royal Recruits were fine. You just played a Valk and you just won. But that was also just me.
I think they should cost 7, have like a little bit weaker stats, but the problem with Royal Guards is that it's such a slow, low skill cap card, and that it doesn't really like belong to the game. I think. Same with heal, I would say.
Like
so
heal,
like
I remember when Three Musketeer heal was a thing. Like that's about when I started playing CR as well.
Oh wow, the worst time ever.
Yeah, no, like I just got it. I think it was like 1,200 trophies or so. Like I didn't see those cards, but like, oh yeah, my friend plays this and he's complaining about it all the time, so I guess I'll complain too. But okay, so we're gonna start by trying to wrap things up with Deck of the Week. It's what we're doing on the channel. We'll each challenge one other person here. So it's me, you, Sana, and Shuriken to a deck that they choose. And they will have to play this deck in a format that they're choosing. You can't force them to do GC, CC, ladder, whatever. 2v2, go for it. But it's going to be a fun experience. Give us as good a deck or bad a deck as you can. Sana, we'll go and start with you. Your targets are me or Shuriken currently.
Well, I can. So my deck of the choice is of my favorite golem deck, which I've used I don't know how many thousand games. And I'm gonna tell other.
Your OG golem deck, the Baby Dragon, Mega Minion, Night Witch one?
Track, NATO.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Alright, I'm in a queue. It's gonna take like 2 minutes to find an opponent, but
you're in the game currently? Here.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a game.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and watch you, and then you can go ahead and give us a deck, and we'll have to mess around with it a bit. There you are. Jeez, you're high up, aren't you? Not top 96 in the world.
Yeah.
Man.
It's a lot of waiting for opponent up here.
Oh yeah. I would imagine. Oh, you're in a game?
Yeah. Here. I don't know who this guy is, so I'm gonna wait. I have a terrible hand, no pump, no NATO, so here.
Okay. So you're just gonna wait?
Yeah. I have a golem, so if he decides to like invest elixir, I can. Okay. I think he might be running bridge spam.
Okay, so like when would you decide that you would go for a golem in the back?
If he would play like a giant or a lava hound, yeah. Looks like golem. With pump.
Okay.
Oh, it's giant. I can pump here because he isn't gonna like, punish me directly. That's great. I'm going to set up my defense here first. Might be like a 3-spell deck. Most likely has also a cannon card.
Okay. So
I can let this go. Like I can eat that damage. Yeah. That wizard was overextension by him.
But for the wizard? Yeah. Because now your Night Witch and Baby Dragon should take care of it. Now you got to play golem in the back?
Yeah.
Okay.
So wizard is pretty tricky because it can trade quite well. I can just eat that damage because I have 2 towers. Lumberjack, so that's gonna be like weird.
But you also have tower activation.
Yeah, it's all about winning the Mega Minion battles and getting rid of the wizard that stays up.
What do you mean by winning the Mega Minion battles?
My Mega Minion needs to kill his, so he's gonna play his there.
Okay. Nice. So you need to get value off of your Mega Minion?
Yeah. Yeah, whoever has these air cards alive is gonna usually like it's gonna force out so many bad trades. He's gonna be preparing for a push here.
Okay, so did you pump an expectation of him going in for a big push here?
Yeah, I knew he was low on elixir, so that's why I had just like a zap here. I can just weaken this push. I wanna snipe these support cards and not like 3 crown.
Okay. How do you feel about going? Like, how often should a golem player be going in for 3 crowns?
It's usually if you wanna go like usually you wanna go same lane, especially against these like lighter decks. It's really okay. It's gonna mini P.E.K.K.A here, I think. Yeah, he should. I'm back to NATO, so
you can really just defend here and just win.
Yeah, he's forced to go on offense, so I don't have to like play any golems here.
You can, and even if he somehow takes a tower in the next few seconds, you have the double pump advantage.
I have a huge pump lead, and I have a great idea of his cycle, so he's gonna like surprise me. So
yeah, that was a good game. Like the giant decks are usually super good for golem because you just have a bigger push. They have to play.
Yeah, the giant player never. They're never allowed to go same lane as I am, but he did have like lumberjack and mini P.E.K.K.A, so he definitely had the.
He had the DPS advantage.
Huh?
He had a DPS advantage.
Yeah, in some ways, but I think it is fairly even because he has fireball and I have Witch, so that's a huge thing.
Yeah, having Night Witch is pretty okay. Anyways, let's get started on our last little bit. So, as I already kind of explained, you get throughout your deck. You said you were choosing to play. Give us me or Shuriken OG golem cycle to play, or golem cycle, the golem beatdown. Was that correct?
Yeah. What about it?
Okay, so you can choose me or Shuriken to get this deck to play, and we have to play it in some sort of as a challenge.
Right. Shuriken can play.
Oh, Shuriken can play it. Ooh. Okay, Shuriken, go ahead and choose me or Sana as your next target and give us a deck.
Okay, I'll give Sauna a deck.
Ooh.
All right. What you got?
Okay, I'm gonna give you this giant beatdown deck with cannon cart.
All right.
Don't join the direct side.
Okay,
All right.
No
Give
way.
me the
copy it
card.
down or something. It's giant, night witch, cannon cart, Mega Man.
Wait a minute. Wait. I'm pretty slow. All right.
Roll ghost, zap spell, arrows, and triple speed
Zap
giant
arrow. What else?
deck, fireball.
Okay.
Fireball.
So
I think I'm
since
missing one. I have minor and ghost. Minor and ghost. What am I supposed to those?
For miner, it's supposed to be a night witch.
I don't have night witch. Or did I check wrong?
Do you want me to
Night
repeat
witch,
it?
cannon card, giant, 3 spells.
Mega Minion Night Witch.
Oh, Mega Minion. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, still one left. I have ghost, but I'm supposed.
Ghost supposed to be there.
Okay. So.
I didn't hear you. I think it cut off a little bit.
Oh, cut off? Okay. Shuriken, were you saying something?
No,
Okay. So you have the decks on it?
Yeah, I think.
Okay. Now, one of you gets to give me a deck. It can be whatever you guys feel like, the best piece of garbage in the world, or a cannon card deck. What do we think of doing?
okay. Saunadude, give Drake a deck.
You want to give me a deck? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it, Sana. Give me the deck.
Let's go with the 2.6 hog. I want to see some.
2.6 hog. You found my weakness, sir. My hog is a. Oh, I can't play hog to save my life, honestly.
Oh,
but
man,
we're gonna try. We're gonna make an attempt. Oh, sorry, I interrupted. You were saying?
Beatdown. Rip.
Anyways, also, I had kind of one final subject I wanted to touch on. How do you, like, what kind of way do you view the pro scene, or how could we get into the pro scene?
I think it's really about the commitment you do. Like, if you want to get into the big leagues, you have to really like put the work in. Like, no one's gonna come and get you out of your home to play in teams, and so you have to be like active on your part. Actually, want to improve. It's so much work in these practice sessions, and like you cannot force change if you don't really want it. You have your own reasons to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I had a friend ask me, like, how...
So it's still developing.
Okay. So, how do we feel about, like, doing more sort of like CRL 20-win challenges? Like, more of those sort of events?
Yeah, I think those
like,
20-win challenges are cool. They should have like 2 of those a year, I think. One for the qualifiers, one for like flashbacks. I think the last one was like not the one this year, but the last one was like in December, just before the World Finals, I think. It was
like twice a year, like once at the beginning, once at the end, or somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I think just something like regular to keep up with skills for like people who are not like 20-win level, so they're not stuck with like one chance a year to prove themselves.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It can be really hard to motivate yourself.
Also,
get up there.
Yeah, I gotcha. I remember there being a. Okay, so do you remember not this CRL? Like, there was a big event where people could. You had a YouTuber, you had a pro, and then you had a viewer. So do you remember that? Yeah, King Sub, that's right. Yeah, got it. Like, what do you think about more of just like those kind of bracket events where you work up to like the best become awesome. Like, yeah, Okay, I want to get your opinion. Like, I like them as well, but also it was only for people who were there, which I understand. Like, it makes
Yeah,
sense. But I would like it if it doesn't have to be to everyone who's there. Like, there's a lot of
yeah,
good players who are busy or had some other things to do, but were still super willing to do the event.
yeah. I like that there are like these local events, like for example, Clash Nights. They are held in Greece. They are still like pretty new in the scene, and those events can really like help. So, but it takes like a lot of commitment from the community to like organize those events. So, but like I said, it's
Okay.
a young scene. It's only like a 2 years old esports scene, I'd
Yeah.
say. So time
So
will improve those.
okay, so if we as a community decided to like put more effort into it, like, do you think we'd see
Yeah,
more like
it takes
Jacks of
time
the
and money
world?
to organize those events.
Like, okay, like, so we're kind of on like a work as a community to get more of those events together. Okay,
Yeah, have to work together, of course.
okay, I gotcha. Well, that's our time for this week here, folks. We got you next week with another pro. This time, his name's Azer. He's going to teach us how to play Sporky in challenges. See you guys later.